Hello, and welcome to the Digital Cafe. My name is Barb Davids of Photog Marketing, and I'm here, as always, with my business bestie, Jennifer Weed of Caffeinated Web Studio. We're bringing you actionable advice about WordPress, web design, SEO, and digital marketing that we've used with our businesses and clients, energizing you to take action with yours. Jen.
Hi.
Fancy meeting you here.
I know.
What's going on?
Crazy times.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Just working on some client projects.
Fun.
Like getting way too deep into WooCommerce.
That's really fun.
I feel like I've fallen down like a rabbit hole of like all these things I found that I can do.
Yeah.
Like I learned how to that you can change the way things are worded. Like I got this like language plugin.
Oh, okay.
And then it allows you to like change wording in plugins.
Oh.
So like where it might say like, you know, coupon, I just changed to a gift card or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
Very good. Yay. WooCommerce. Woo woo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about WooCommerce.
Yeah. I heard that's the easier one to use.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's like fairly easy to set up. It does get like kind of crazy depending on what you got going on, but overall it's not bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, good deal. So
are you going to share your big news on the podcast?
I can. I'm so excited. I got Phoebe over here, the dog, going crazy. So I told you a little bit just in text, but I entered and I'll tell everybody so they know, I entered this contest with Michelob Ultra. Key insert, marketing insert. What is that called? What is that called when you put
product placement?
Thank you, product placement. And it was with the New York City Marathon, and they were looking for 95 runners to represent their 95 calories per beer. So it's like a beer for athletes. So they said, well, okay, just sign up. Tell us why we should pick you. And so I put it in there. I was all thoughtful about it. And
beer for athletes.
It is. It's a beer for athletes. You know what? Hey, I will tell you what. There are studies that are done, and you can drink one beer afterwards, and it's actually good for hydration. Some professor, that's why they always say, to the professor. Of course, I can't remember all the details, but anyway, believe me, beer is good for you. So I've been trying to tell people this for like fucking years. So I entered this contest and put in there why they should pick me because of my love for running and for beer. And oh my God, they picked me. I couldn't believe it. One of 95 people, like what the shit? How does that even happen? So they picked me and 94 others. And one of them is a friend of mine who also got in, Monica. So that's really fun. So I'll get to go out there with her. And I know another runner friend who's going to be out there at the New York City Marathon. And to top it all off, we get to get coached by the female winner of last year's marathon. So that's super cool.
How exciting.
Yeah, so that's November 4th. So I've got plenty of time to train and drink. So not a problem.
That's soon.
Yeah, there you go.
It feels like a long ways away, but it's not.
No, it's pretty fast. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Crazy how it's fast, like things sneak up on you.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty excited. I'm still like in shock that I even got picked because there's so many people that would enter that. And so I'm pretty excited. And New York City was on my bucket list for running. So now I get to go like totally in style because it's with beer and Shalane Flanagan. So yay. All right. So that's my big news.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Very
All right.
fun.
Should we bring on the caffeinated happiness that we are going to talk about?
So tonight we're doing another caffeinated happiness. How many things do I got this time? Let me tell you.
Okay.
I got 6 things.
Just those 6 things. And that's all you need. These 6 things.
These are just the 6 things I'm going to tell you about today. They're probably not all the things you need.
All right.
Lots of things you need, not just 6 things.
All right.
But these 6 things are things that I've used that I think are pretty cool.
Okay.
So, there you go.
There you go.
So my first thing is Clean My Mac. So it's an app that you install on your Mac, obviously. So if you have a Windows, too bad, so sad, this is not for you. And you run it, and it finds all the things that you can delete off your computer without like ruining it, and gets rid of it for you.
Oh,
so I'll find like old files or like language files you don't need and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it like packages all up and deletes it.
Okay.
And I use it all the time. I never really think about it because it reminds you like, hey, it's time to clean your Mac. And I go in and I clean it, and that's it. Okay. But I was on Facebook the other day, and there was some girl, and she was like, I need somebody who can recommend. It was someone here in Portland, like the Nextdoor app. They're like, I need someone to fix my Mac. Like, I'm trying to delete these files, but they're not deleting. It's not freeing up any space. And I was like, well, before you go and like pay somebody to do it, try this. It ended up cleaning like 16 gigs off her.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So handy dandy.
Very handy. I'll have to check that. That's one I will check out. That does not freak me out as another tool. That's actually a good one.
Yeah. It's really helpful. It is paid, I think. Okay. I got it from something. It was like a deal with something else, a bundle.
You find all of these deals like all the time.
This was like forever ago. I've had this thing on my Mac since I bought it. Like,
okay.
I've had it for years, and it was something that I got in a bundle with something else. And it's been super handy. There's also this app comes from like a suite of apps. They have another one called Gemini 2, which, but anyway. It finds duplicate files and deletes the duplicates.
Okay.
Also handy. That's freed up a lot of space on Mac, because like Mac stores things in so many places, because like on the cloud, or it's on your desktop, and it's here, it's there, and you don't really need it all those places.
Yeah, so, true.
Very handy.
Very handy. I like that one.
Okay. My second thing is LastPass.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
What the shit?
Barb is so against LastPass, but she can never remember her password for anything. 0 things. Barb never knows her password. But I know all my passwords because they're all in LastPass.
I refuse to use that. They'll get hacked, and then what am I going to do?
You currently store your stuff in a Google Doc. That's way more.
Why did you just tell everybody that? The fuck?
That's now so much more likely to get hacked. Yeah, now they're all going to just try to find your Facebook password in your Google Doc. I don't think they are.
Now I got to go change my password and not remember it again.
I don't think you're in any trouble.
All right, tell us about the LastPass.
So LastPass. So I've used them, and I've used 1Password.
Okay.
And 1Password works well, but it has to connect to like iCloud or to Dropbox to work, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass.
That seems even more insecure, though. That's a whole nother level. Like somebody else is in there now.
New level.
I can't believe I just said another level.
It's on second tier.
Whatever.
So LastPass, you can download it on your phone, on your computer, as a browser extension. And so you have the option of like when you're on a website, you can click on it and it'll show you the passwords you have for that website.
Okay.
And then you can also just go in and find your thing, like go in and search what you're looking for and pull it up that way. And that's how I use it on my phone. It also is able to open up from in like Safari on your phone to fill out passwords on your phone. Okay. And some apps have integrated with LastPass and 1Password to do that also.
Okay.
So, and it can generate secure passwords for you. I don't even know my passwords for most of my stuff. It just generates it on its own. Very handy, Barb. Yeah, these are all handy things. That's right.
Maybe someday.
Whatever. Get with the program, Barb. LastPass is where it's at.
All right.
And you can share passwords with other people that way.
Okay.
You can your LastPass link.
Oh, because do the other people have to have LastPass too, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I have LastPass. The person sent me something from LastPass. I know this happens.
It's probably good that
I've had it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it's probably safer than me sending you my passwords through email.
Probably. Probably. See, now people are definitely going to hack your email to find your passwords.
There you go. All right. Well, they got to hack Gmail.
Once they're in for everything.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay. So my third thing is CSS Peeper. So this is a really cool thing. It's only cool if you do like web design or if you work with like digital things, but I think it's cool. So CSS Peeper is a Chrome extension. There might be one for Firefox. I do not know. But it just sits up in your browser. And, I'll share my screen real quick so you guys can see kind of how it works. I was debating whether or not I was going to share my screen for this.
Okay. And just remember, because I know we forget this a lot, just remember to do the, let them know, the podcast people, that you're doing the screen. So talk through it. Yeah. Because I always forget that.
Yes. All right.
You're like, yeah, but I don't. So shut up.
Yeah. Oh. Can you see my screen?
I cannot.
No?
No.
Oh, wait. Let me see the screen I'm sharing. Oh, wait.
It's missing. I think this calls for another drink.
Let me try that again.
All righty.
Share. It's not coming up for you?
Nope.
It says it's sharing it. Okay, well, oh well. So you guys just have to deal with me telling you how this works.
All right.
So once you have it installed in your Chrome as an extension, then you can go to any website and click on it. And when you click on it, it'll bring up a like a little window, or like it like overlays over your screen on the side, like it drops down.
Okay.
And it has it'll tell you the fonts that they're using, like what size they are, what colors they're using. So like it'll give you the hex values for the site. It also shows you the media that's on the page. So this is really handy for if you're trying to get a picture off Instagram. I have a client that used to send me screenshots of Instagram photos, like her photos. I don't know why she didn't send me that photo. Yeah. But she'd send me a screenshot and like, I want to put this image on my website.
Okay.
And then I'd have to go get it off Instagram. Well, you just have to like do like a view page source and then find the JPEG and like highlight it and then like open up in a new window and then save it.
Okay.
Yes. So it'll actually pull up all the media that's on the page, like all the JPEGs and PNGs and GIFs or whatever that are on the page. And then you can it has a little button on it. You can click it and download the image.
Oh, that's handy.
So very cool. I like it for getting colors.
Yeah.
Especially for like, if I'm working on something and like, I'm like, oh crap, I can't remember what the hex value was for that. I just open that up and instead of trying to like inspect the element and like pulling it out of the.
Oh, that would be way handier because that's what I do all the time because I can never rember mine. So I'm always inspecting
like I don't know why I don't just like write it down.
Right. Maybe you should put that in LastPass.
I should just like write on a Post-it, stick to my computer. Like a normal person. But instead I go back to my website every time I need it.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So, definitely more efficient that way.
Yeah. There you go. That's funny. Oh, that's a handy one.
Yeah. Everything tonight is handy, Barb.
Aren't they always, though?
Yes.
That's why I love the Caffeinated Happiness. I always get something. Always. It's so funny.
Yeah. This time you're going to be using LastPass. I can feel it. I can feel it.
I don't know what you're feeling, but it ain't that. No.
Embrace it, Barb. Okay.
Fuck the LastPass.
Next one I got is Uptime Robot.
Okay.
So Uptime Robot is a super simple website and you go and create an account on it, and then you put in your URL, and it'll tell you if your website's down. That's it.
Okay.
Now, this is important because you need to know if your website is down. Like,
true.
If it's down, you need to know like when it was down, how long it was down, when it's back up. It'll email you when your site goes down, and then it'll email you again when your site goes back up. I think you can set it to text you.
Okay.
I don't have that on there. I have all my client sites on there, and I just get emails, and I get notifications from my emails on my phone.
Okay.
And that's really handy. And also, it's a good way to kind of check on your host and see like how well your uptime is. Like with my flywheel sites, I have almost 100% uptime.
Okay.
Like it's been down maybe twice since I've been using it, and it's been down for like less than like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it was like our maintenance thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's not terrible.
So with that one,
if sites are just down like all the time.
Oh yeah, but that one, if it's crawling your site and saying, "Hey, is it up or down?" That sounds like to me maybe something to put in the analytics to say, "Hey, ignore
Correct.
that URL." Right? Okay.
I do that.
Okay.
Yes. And you have to put it in. I have it in there like 3 times because it has like there's like a .uk and a .ca version of it that crawls your site.
Okay. So that must be their different servers where they sit then or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have,
exclude it.
Yeah. Like I just kind of wait for them to come up in my referrals and then put them in the exclude thing.
Yep.
And if you don't know how to do that, you should go back a couple episodes and re-listen to Barb's explanation on how to do that.
Yep. It's pretty easy.
She probably has a blog post or something for it too somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put links in the show notes.
Yeah. If there is a blog post. I actually don't know if there is or not.
There is not.
If not, then Barb's next blog post will be about how to add.
Fuck, now I got to write a blog again.
Yeah, that's right.
We haven't even talked about that. That's going to be coming up, about what to do with that, how to start it and what to do and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, maybe next episode.
Maybe I'll just write the blog post when we're talking about how to write a blog post. Actually, that might be not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Kind of a side note, but anyway.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Barb drunk writes her blog posts. So, I don't know if you want to be there for that.
It was, who was it? Was it Hemingway or somebody? It was somebody.
No, like Hemingway?
No. But somebody said, write drunk, edit sober. I'm telling you, it is the way to go. I am like, bam with the words when I'm drinking.
Barb, Hemingway, same thing.
Anyway, back to the happiness.
All right. So my next thing is about stock photos. So I see a lot of questions online where people ask, like, where can you get stock photos?
Okay.
So there's a couple of like paid ones that I use that like I recommend. Adobe Stock is a good option. It's a monthly fee. You get like 10 images a month for it, which isn't terrible. I also use deposit photos, but only when I can get a deal for it on AppSumo, which I'll mention AppSumo after this. So occasionally they have a deal for like 100 stock photos for like $30, which is a good deal because 1 month of Amazon or Adobe is $30. So that's a good deal. But for free ones, you can use Unsplash is a really good resource. They have a lot of like cool images that aren't really stocky looking. People just kind of like upload their stuff to there. So some do look like stock photos, most of them don't, but it's kind of a cool place for like a different kind of photo. The problem with that is that they are free photos, so a lot of people are using them. There are a couple other free ones that you can go through, but there is a site called librastock.com, libre stock.com. and they search like 40 free sites for images. So you can search there and search all the free sites all at once. So that's a good deal. Like that makes it a lot easier to find photos. Barb shared with me Skitter Photo, which is SKITTER.
And what was that one again that I shared with you?
That is also free photos. It's stock photos. So those are also free photos you can use. You can try Flickr. That's a little more difficult because you got to make sure that you filter it out to ones that are usable for commercial licenses.
Yeah, and that one too, I think something's changing with that now. Shit, I can't remember what it was because it was bought out by somebody in the photography. Was it like Zenfolio or something?
I don't know.
Or SmugMug, one of the two, bought out Flickr. So things might be changing there. I haven't read into the details yet, but anyway, something to consider. But
well, there you go. And then Stocksy is a good one for kind of unique stock photos. That one is a paid service, and it's kind of like somewhere in between like your really high-end like Getty images and like deposit photos and like free photos.
Oh, I haven't checked that one out. I'll have to look at that.
Like, I want to say there's like $100 an image, but they're really cool images. Like, they're not standard stock. They don't look like stock photos. They're very nice.
Yeah.
But that's a little high end, you know, when you want to invest. Honestly, if you can do it and it works for your business, I suggest actually getting a photo shoot done for your business. But sometimes you just need a stock photo for a blog or something. Yeah. And those are all really great options for that.
Yeah. I mean, I did that with photog marketing because, I'm a photographer, but I don't have time to be sitting there and taking photos, nor do I have the look that I want necessarily all the time available to me to put something together for a blog post or for something. So it's nice to be able to just go grab something real quick. But,
yeah. On my site, I always use stock photos my site is all stock photos.
Yeah.
And then for my blog post, I always just find one of a computer or something.
Yeah.
For the Digital Cafe podcast, I use Hotstock.
Hotstock?
Hotstock. HAUTE.
Oh, okay. Because I like the photos that you use on that one.
Yeah, that is a paid service. It's like, I want to say it's like $100 every 3 months.
Okay.
For it. But she's got really nice photos, and she has new photos every couple weeks, I think.
Okay. I was also going to give a shout out to your illustration skills because of Digital Cafe podcast and our little logo that we have.
I got those on Adobe stock.
Okay.
And I had just been like randomly looking for some. And then I was looking for something totally different. I don't remember what it was. And I scrolled past this one, and I was like, if that isn't Barb David. It looked like somebody had gone to Barb's house, sketched her out, and then put it on a thing. I mean, that one on the thing, I did not customize yours that much.
That is crazy.
All I did was change the coffee mug to look a little more like beer, because it already looked like beer before.
Oh, okay.
Like, it did not like coffee mug at first glance. It already looked like beer, but like stout.
Funny.
So I just changed it like an IPA. But it already had the chucks. It already had a gray shirt and like black pants.
So awesome.
And it already had the camera.
That was like, too funny.
Everything is just already on there. And it was already orange, I think. I don't think I changed that either.
See?
I want to say that I changed the color of the orange, but I think it already was orange before.
Okay.
Because I changed it to your orange.
It was just meant to be.
Yeah. And I was like, that is Barb David's.
And then you threw Phoebe in there.
Yeah. And then I found a dog and I customized the dogs to look like our dogs.
Well, yours looks just like you too.
Yeah.
How'd you find that one?
I searched for that same artist just to find one that looked similar enough. Okay. That one I had to change a lot because I didn't really like it. But I changed the color of it and like the shading to kind of match yours more.
Oh, okay.
So that they looked like they came from the same place.
Yeah.
More. Because they technically did. Yeah. But they were a little bit different. Like it used to have a nose.
Oh.
And stuff. And I was like, that is weird looking.
Yeah.
It was
someday when we're together again, we'll have to do a photo session, the two of us together. But I'm not going to hug you.
Aww.
Just so you know.
How are we going to be best friends and not hug? Everybody knows that when you have best friend business photo shoots, you have to hug each other.
No.
It's in the rules. It's in the rules. There's a rule book.
I can high five you.
Okay, we can take our running high five though.
Okay.
So like, when we do the high five, we're like jumping in the air.
Okay, fantastic. Let's do that. That's too funny.
Okay, I have one more thing for tonight, and it is not business related. My last thing is an app. You know what? Let me see if it's on, because I'm just realizing now that I don't know if it's on Android or not. Let me verify this before I tell you guys that you guys can get it on Android.
You're going to have to tell us anyway, even if you're going to verify and then tell us. I was going to say,
okay.
You can't not tell us.
It is. And it also looks like they now have a Windows download also. And the Amazon Fire thing. So it's on everything now.
Okay.
Whatever it was before, it's on everything now. Okay. So Prism, it's prismmoney.com. And it is a bill tracking app. So it's separate from like budgeting. So it's not gonna budget your money for you. But you put in you log into your accounts on it, and then it puts it on a calendar and shows you when your bills are due. And it'll send you a reminder saying, hey, this bill's due in so many days. You can say that you can set them, or if you have it on auto pay, it'll tell you that it was paid. If it's connected that way, you can put bills in manually to remind you to pay them. Like I have like my Mass Mutual thing in there so that I know when it's coming out because it's paid like quarterly. And then you can also pay your bills from inside the app. So you can actually say like, pay this bill, and it'll send off a check or whatever to pay it next to your bank account, and that takes care of it for you.
But
that's
pretty handy.
Just get reminders that my bills are due because I cannot remember that shit. And I don't want auto pay because I want to know when things are coming out in the bank account.
I was just going to ask because mine always come out when I do auto pay on the same day. So I'm very minimalistic, and mine is just in an Excel sheet, and it just has the bill and the date and maybe passwords.
Right there in your Excel sheet. LastPass, not secure. This Excel sheet.
So I just do it that way, but that's kind of handy just because then I don't have to go look it up every time. It's just going to be on my phone.
Yeah, and so I get a reminder, I think like a week before it's due, saying that it's going to be paid. You can set it, I think you can change it to whatever you want.
Okay.
You can also set it up to know when you're going to be paid and how much you're going to be paid. And it'll tell you what bills you have to cover with that check.
Ooh, I like that part.
It has a lot of different like functionality in it. So it's pretty cool. It's free to use, even if you're using the pay feature, also free. I don't really use it. I did use it once and it worked fine. So it is something that you can use.
Okay.
But it is an alternative to like Mint bills. I didn't like theirs because I was using Check like back in the day when Check was a thing, and then Check was bought by Mint, and then they integrated it with Mint, and I hate Mint. I think it's a garbage app. And so it just got like kind of crazy and it doesn't work the way I wanted it to. And Prism actually works just like Check did.
Okay.
So, I like it. It's very cool. So those are my things for this Caffeinated Happiness.
All right. I like it. I love it.
If you guys have
more of it,
super cool that you think we should talk about, send them my way because I love trying new things and then making Barb try them also.
Yes.
And Barb tries to pretend like she hates it, but she loves it. I get something
out of every single one, but I get a little overwhelmed. There's so many things to try.
Yep.
So then I fight you on it for a while and then I try it.
Yeah. It's like she's going to try LastPass.
We'll see.
Yeah. You've been fighting me long enough now.
It has been a while. That's too funny.
Because every time you do use what I try to get you to use, you end up loving it.
That's
So
very true.
I don't know why you try to fight me all the time.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just the change. Ah,
Hard days.
all right. Well, that's it, folks, for this episode. And if you like this episode, or if there's something that we've helped you with on the past, please go to iTunes and give us a review, a good one, please. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.